I want to temper my expectations because I do realize, yes, it's spring training, but Yankees' top prospect, infielder George Lombard Jr., has really impressed a lot of people so far in Yankees camp, including myself. He's opened up a lot of eyes, especially with his defense. I mean, this guy has made several gorgeous plays already on defense in spring training, from shortstop, third base, second base. I mean, he looks like a natural. His athleticism is off the charts. I can see why the Yankees think of him in such high regard. And the Yankees' top prospect rankings came out today from MLB Pipeline. He is, again, for the second year in a row, the Yankees' number one overall prospect. And, man, it just makes you wonder if this guy can develop more with the bat on top of the defense, what he could be if he comes up, whether he plays third base, shortstop. And think of it in the sense it's a good thing related to the fact that it puts more pressure on Anthony Volpe. Like, hey, man, you're going into your fourth year. You really got to step it up if you want to be a long-term shortstop in this organization. If not, then, you know what? We got George Lombard waiting in the wing, like, not super far away. Again, I think it's going to be some time until Lombard comes up. He's only 20 years old. Last year he was 19. Got off to a great start offensively. In high A, hit over 300 in his first 20-something games. Then was promoted to Double-A Somerset. He struggled a bit offensively, only hit around 230. But the defense with this guy is legit. He can basically play almost anywhere in the infield. And I'm thinking when he comes up, I really like him at third base. I know Ryan McMahon is under contract for 2 more years, including this year. But I feel like this kid could come up at 21, 22, immediately slide over to third base, especially if he grows into his frame a bit more, maybe develops a little bit more power. And he's hit in spring training. He's hit over 300. He's driving the ball really well. So I'm really excited to watch this kid further develop as a baseball player in 2026. I think people are not paying enough attention to his pure athleticism. And it's funny, he sort of looks a little bit like George Springer. I know he's an outfielder for the Blue Jays, but you look at George Lombard and then you look at George Springer. He looks a lot like a young version of George Springer. But I'm really excited, and I hope that, obviously I think he's an untouchable in the Yankees organization. He's one of the untouchable prospects. You got Spencer Jones, and you got Jason Dominguez, who's no longer a prospect, but, still in his early 20s and hasn't played much at the major league level. I mean, we'll see what happens with those two. The Yankees have a crowded outfield going into 2026, but there's a lot to like with Lombard. His brother Jacob is a top prospect who is actually the 4th best prospect in the upcoming 2026 MLB draft. And George's father, George Lombard Sr., he's currently a bench coach for the Detroit Tigers. So this kid's grown up in a baseball family. He understands the, unfair comparisons. People throwing the Jeter comparison out there. I mean, we heard that for such a long time when Anthony Volpe was the Yankees' top prospect and coming up. But this kid clearly seems to be handling everything in stride. There's room for him to develop and improve, and I think he will. And it'll be exciting to see what he does in the weeks and months ahead. I mean, I'm hoping that the Yankees can get a little bit more out of their farm system. They don't usually draft super high, but this is a guy I think every Yankee fan should keep an eye on throughout the 2026 season, and could possibly make it to AAA. We'll see, but very exciting prospect for sure to follow in the Yankees farm.